There is a third-party effort that they are concerned about, though, even though they haven't paid any mind, apparently, to Dr. West or to any of Biden's, primary competitors. So put this up on the screen. There's been this nascent effort from No Labels, which is this, like, grotesque corporate Wall Street monstrosity of an organization with really no popular support, but they have lots of money, so they hang around anyway. And they have been sort of shopping around this idea of, well, maybe we'll run a candidate. And, Jamie Dimon gets floated here, the CEO of JP Morgan Chase. Joe Manchin gets floated here. It's like, for the people who think that Joe Biden and Donald Trump aren't pro-Wall Street enough, this is like the candidate for them, which, again, that's like, people who work on Wall Street and no one else. But you have kind of a panic from the White House about the possibility of a no-labels candidate running and splitting the quote-unquote anti-Trump coalition. The headline here from the Washington Post, Michael Shear, Democrats meet with anti-Trump conservatives to fight no-labels 2024 bid. Biden allies seek to undermine an effort they see as a threat to the president's reelection. You had a lot of high-level Saagar figures who were at this meeting. Former White House Chief of Staff Ron Klain, DNC Senior Advisor Cedric Richmond, Stephanie Cutter, former campaign advisor Barack Obama. They were joined by former senators Doug Jones, Heidi Heitkamp, Claire McCaskill, along with representatives of the anti-Trump Lincoln Project, former Weekly Standard publisher Bill Krystal and Lucy Caldwell, former Republican consultant who now advises the Independent Forward Party, according to people present at the event who spoke on the condition of anonymity. You also had there Dimitri Melhorn, who is a big donor advisor for Reid Hoffman and has really been very central. Ryan did a fantastic and very revealing interview with him that I would encourage people to check out over on Ryan's podcast. But their whole theory is that the way to win is not to, deliver materially for the American people and do a good job as president so that you have a high approval rating and people actually want to reelect you. Their whole idea is, we're going to make it so all of the people who hate Donald Trump are united behind the same candidate. We don't really have to do anything other than not be Donald Trump, and that is our path to victory. Let's be honest, it worked in 2020. Let's be honest, it basically worked again in midterms, but the margins are extremely thin and extremely narrow. So even though this no labels effort is not going to have a whole lot of popular support, if they draw even a tiny bit of support and split this theoretical quote-unquote anti-Trump coalition, the White House is very concerned about what it would actually do to Biden's reelection chances.
I feel like everybody is forgetting Biden only won the presidency by some 150,000 votes across across 5 states, and actually 30,000 against 3 states. Yeah, I mean, it literally rains a little bit in Georgia and things go very much differently.
Yeah.
I don't know if it rains in Maricopa County, but let's say it did in Arizona. Well, once again, we're talking about like 10,000 votes or something like that. I mean, that's total madness whenever you have that low of a sliver. Sure, things worked out in the midterms. Who knows what things are going to look like in 2024 come that election. No labels then. The reason why they have to take it so seriously is because they're not strong. That's the issue. And my suspicion is that should Cornel West's campaign get some traction, then they are going to be pulling the knives of everything you've ever seen in order to get him off of the ballot in every single one of these states, suing them. That's why they're doing right now. The Arizona Democratic Party already sued to take no labels off. That's why they're freaking out inside of the White House. They cannot take any third party real contender whatsoever.
Yes. They don't actually believe in democracy. I mean, that's like really clear. They don't actually believe in democracy, because if you did, there's a very simple answer to this. It doesn't involve like suing them or, with regard to the corporate efforts, they're play all nicey nice. They have them to the White House. Let's talk. Let's work it out. Let's negotiate. With regard to the left-wing efforts, it will be like smear them as fascist enablers and Putin's puppets and whatever. They'll be just like disgusting attacks against them. There's another strategy, though, which is to like actually do a good job as president, and then people will want to reelect you. It's not that complicated. That's how it could work in a democracy. You have a lot of power to do things that would be good for the American people. You've already missed a lot of chances at that, but it's not too late. You still got a shot to actually win people over and not have to go the path that Ron Klain laid out, which is, I've brought this up a million times, but this is their strategy. When Emmanuel Macron won in France, and he had like a 30% approval rating, and Ron Klain, former chief of staff, tweets out like, oh, interesting. He was able to win because people were so disgusted by the alternative. That's their only play. And so anything that disrupts that whatsoever, they hit the panic button over, because they will do anything to win except actually deliver for the American people so that they want to reelect them affirmatively, rather than just as an alternative to like a horrific choice in Donald Trump.
That's too difficult, Krystal. It's too difficult to actually do any work.
Hey guys, if you like that video, go to breakingpoints.com, become a premium subscriber, and help us build the best independent media organization on the planet.
That's right. We're subscriber funded. We're building something new. We want to replace these failing mainstream media organizations.
So again, to subscribe, it's breakingpoints.com.